preview tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, which I cannot wait for. We've got Cody, we've got Sammy in the main event for the Undisputed Championship. Will we see a CM Punk return? That's the big question on everybody's minds for tonight's episode. If you're watching on demand, comment down below, what do we think is going to happen on tonight's episode of Raw? What are your thoughts and opinions? We're going to break down all your guys' comments, thoughts, opinions, theories. Will CM Punk return? Again, we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to head over to TikTok now as well, but again, like I said before, if you're new around here, go down below, go and drop a like and drop a subscribe too for WWE and wrestling videos. But yeah, let's crack on with this episode of Raw on the 6th of July. I cannot wait for it. We're going to head over to TikTok now and go live over there. But yeah, hope you are all doing well on a very nice, very chilled out Monday after an England win. So we cannot complain at all. Again, a little bit sleep deprived, I'm not going to lie, with that game finishing quite late in the morning. Yeah, I came back home at 5:30 and then went to the gym at 6 a.m. Because I thought, what's the point of actually going to sleep? And then came back home and had a quick little nap to set me up for the rest of today, which has been a bit active for me anyway. But again, like I said, I don't know if you've seen on my TikTok and Instagram pages too, how I was after the England game, because there's been a lot of England's ex-WWE style content that has been going out over the past couple of days as well. But there's that thumbnail just changed over on YouTube like so. Let's head over to TikTok just like so. Bing bang bosh, we all look pretty set up and sorted. Look at that, we are absolutely cooking on gasoline indeed. Let me just try and change the slight angle there. There we go, is that a little bit better? That'll sort of do. I just want to turn it a little bit more though. There we go. Oh, that's a little bit too far. A little bit too far. There we go, that's a little bit better. Maybe a little bit better. How are we doing? Yo, Carl, what's going on? How are we all doing? Guys, smash the like button. Who is excited for tonight's episode of Raw? Because I am. Believe me, I am. As you see, the card is there and available above. Again, I literally forgot to grab the mic. But yeah, the card is above and available on your head. I'm excited, Stan. You and me both, my friend. You and me both. Get your predictions in straight away. Are we going to see a CM Punk return? Again, I've got the CM Punk merch on. Do you know what? Let's make it double trouble. Bosh. We're fully punking out tonight. Jordan, what's going on, my friends? Hope you're doing well. But comment down below, what do we think is going to happen on tonight's episode of Raw? As you can see, the card is live and active above your head indeed. Seth Rollins is opening the show. Yes, how are we all doing? Yes, lad, and Sammy stays champ. Okay, so Matt's going for a Sammy win. I'm going to go for a Cody win and a Punk return in the main event, which I think will absolutely go off in the city of Chicago. What time UK? It starts at 1 a.m. here in the UK. And the card, to be fair, does look pretty stacked indeed. Let me just go to YouTube a second and slightly alter that camera. That's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. There we go. Now we're talking. Guess. Just a guess, but you're a fan of Punk. But do you know what Wrestle Reacts? Most of the merch that they do have is all CM Punk related, because I think he just sort of releases the best sort of coolest looking merch. But I think, you know what, maybe we'll get the full shebang on today. I've even got the hoodie there behind me as well. What time does it start in the UK? 1 a.m. But yeah, get your thoughts and predictions down below. Looks like a class card, Ethan. It does indeed. Great card. Hopefully they don't mess it up. Belters. Completely agree, my friend. Completely agree. It looks a pretty stacked card. Again, compared to how Raw's been over the past couple of months, I'm looking forward to tonight. Hey, bro, all good here. How are you today? I'm doing well, thank you, Jordan. Just gone out from some birthday celebrations. Not my birthday, one of my family members' birthdays. And yeah, all fueled up and ready to party. England getting a win as well, mate, so I'm in a good mood. I was going to say Randy return, but it's Raw. Yeah, Randy will probably return now, won't he, on SmackDown? It looks like that's the case. Do you think we see Brock tonight? Maybe. Now, it's advertised for tonight that Obafemi addresses Brock Lesnar. I don't think we're going to see a Brock appearance. I'd be quite surprised if he do, because I feel like if we were going to see a Brock appearance, they'd advertise it for tonight, considering how stacked the card looks already as well. Having a guaranteed Brock Lesnar appearance on tonight's show too will be quite cool indeed. Hey, Steph, how are we doing? Hope you're doing well. By the time to start in the UK, 1 a.m. You seen Vikingo was injured? No, I haven't. Oh, that's such a shame. Punk returns and cost Cody. Ooh, okay. So you're feeling like Punk could come out in that main event, cost Cody, and then would we see, oh god, my voice just goes for a bit. Then would we see Punk and Cody without the title at SummerSlam? I could see that potentially being a possibility too. Some would argue that I don't think this feud does need the title. I think you could definitely run this feud without the title for a fair bit and then go into 43. If The Rock doesn't return, we could have Cody Punk for the title, which I don't think is a bad alternative too. But yeah, comment down below, guys. What do we think is going to happen on tonight's episode of Raw? Loving CM Punk cap. Yeah, it's a belt, a little cap. It's a lid special. Inspired by Money in the Bank too. Yeah, it's got the little Money in the Bank logo on the side, CM Punk logo on the front, WWE logo on the back. We're absolutely cooking on gasoline. Is Joe Hendry on tonight? Rambo. I don't think he's advertised. No, but again, we could definitely see him, particularly if Seth Rollins decides to get himself interferes in the whole Street Profits and Vision rematch. We could definitely see a Joe Hendry appearance too. It is it is 1 a.m. UK start time, as well as that as well, Max. I don't want Cody to get the title again. Steph, you and me both. To be honest with you and me both. Again, it's a little bit bittersweet for me because, again, as you can tell, I'm a bit of a CM Punk fan. For me, it's bittersweet because if it was anyone but Punk, I'd be frustrated by it. If Cody wins tonight and he feuds with anyone else but Punk, I'd be annoyed. Not only for Cody, because I feel like his character definitely needs a change and a refresh away from the title. I'd be annoyed for this man here. Now, what's Sami Zayn's plan for SummerSlam? Nobody knows at the moment. It doesn't look like he's penciled in to do much either, because they haven't really teased many feuds for Sami to get involved with going into SummerSlam. Guys, if you're out there, drop to follow Daily WWE and Daily Wrestling Lives every single day. Drop so you get into follow back and smash that like button. How are we doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. 7 months ago, I followed you. Is right, Reese. Is right, my friend. I love CM Punk, Steph, you and me both. I've always loved Sami. So have I do like Sami Zayn. I feel a little bit sorry for him. The way I think the crowd's turned on him over the past year or so. But to be fair, it was to be expected, and the reason it is to be expected is it's hard to play the whole underdog sort of character if you're always winning, which is, yeah, again, that's the only downside I feel like Sami has had over the past year or so. Is Roman not advertised? No, he isn't. He isn't. Dyington, welcome. How are we doing? If Cody gets that title back tonight, I'll genuinely checked out for WWE for a while. Okay, Wrestle Reacts. If he does get the title tonight then, and if Cody does win the title back, would you still be interested in the Cody Punk feud for the title? Let me know. Luke Holgate, how are we doing, my mate? Hope you're doing well. Why are you British? Don't know, mate, just born here. What a question that is. All right, brother, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, thank you, mate. I'm doing very well indeed. Looking forward to tonight's episode of Raw. Definitely, the card does look stacked. Did I see Unreal Season 3? Is it out yet? I don't think it's... Is it out yet? I don't think it's out yet. But when it is out, we'll cover it on this page, yeah. So if you're new around here, drop to follow Daily WWE and Daily Wrestling Lives every single day. Smash that follow button and drop us a like too. Robert over on the YouTube chat, hi. Bad news, Sheamus potentially leaving WWE. Yes, again, we've covered that on this page too. Sheamus potentially leaving WWE is a massive, massive shame. The fact that they didn't pull that trigger on the IC title run, I find mental. July 1st, it's out. Oh, like, thank you, Reese. I do appreciate that. Any news on Drew McIntyre? DJ, it looks like, and thank you so much for joining the fan club. Who's just joined the fan club there? I've just missed out. Matt, thank you for joining the fan club. A massive thank you, my friend. News on Drew McIntyre? No, not really. There hasn't really been much. Obviously, he is filming in Hollywood at the moment, so I don't think we're going to see him back probably until post SummerSlam too. Hearing this, what Dave said. Hearing Drew McIntyre is back tonight as well for SummerSlam build-up. Oh, is that the case, Dave? Where have you heard that from? I haven't really heard much on it today, but saying that, I haven't really been on Twitter as well. Riley's put, do you think Dean Ambrose will return at SummerSlam? Unfortunately not, mate, no. As much as I'd love it, and I'd love them to go fully into the Shield the Shield sort of lore and side of things, I can't see it happening though, which is a massive shame. Steph, thank you for turning up. I do appreciate it. If he gets the title back, turn heel, so we can have something different. 90 minutes is Paul. Yeah, for me, I'd have, if Punk is going to return, even a heel Punk against a babyface Cody, I think would still work. So yeah, when you look at things and how things sort of pan out there, I think even a heel Punk versus a face Cody would still do well for Cody's sort of role in WWE at the moment, because I think he'd lean more into them sort of heel tendencies too. Mark, how are we doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for sending over all them lovely gifts. Thank you, and all the Go Populars and all that good stuff. Lee, welcome, mate. How are we doing? What time is it on? Vinny, it starts at 1 a.m. here in the UK. Harvey's put, I don't like the whole Adam PSGM thing. Harvey, I don't know what they're going to do really with Pierce and Aldis, to be fair. When you look at it, I feel like they're definitely going to go into the whole Nick Aldis versus Gunther feud. Now, I've pitched this out a couple of times. I wouldn't mind Big E taking over that SmackDown GM role. I really wouldn't at all. He's always got the charisma on screen too, and can always put a good backstage promo on promo and ring. And again, he's got that frame and figure about him. I still don't really want to mess with him, even though he's not in the ring. Eric, how are we doing over on YouTube? How are we doing, my mate? How are we doing? Criminal to not achieve be a Grand Slam champ. Exactly, mate. It's a massive, massive shame. A massive shame the fact that Big E has not been an IC title holder. And the fact that he'll walk away out of WWE without being a Grand Slam champ. And I'm watching Spain versus Portugal. I will be indeed. Oh, Big E is a good show. Like, yeah, Harvey, I think it's a bit of a no-brainer for me anyway. Having Big E in that sort of SmackDown role, I think would fit perfectly. Daniel, sorry, he's put Sammy should win, but CM Punk costs Cody and they have a match and he fights Gable and loses to Chad. Again, I'd love that. Put Chad Gable in that position completely. I'd love it. I'd snatch your hand up for it. Particularly going all the way back and with the law between Sammy and Chad for the Gunther feud at WrestleMania 39. Was it for the IC title? WrestleMania 40? Yeah, during that whole sort of relationship Sammy and Chad had around the IC title to try and take it off Gunther. If you go back into that, I would absolutely love it. And I think it'd be over too, because the receptions that Chad Gable's getting at the moment as well, working off the whole El Grande Americano feud from AAA, I think will come across really nicely. The Raw card does seem good, Harvey. It does indeed. Beth and Sport have Aldis fight Gunther, and then have Adam being Pally to Gunther. Ooh, okay, so we'll have sort of like a heel side to Adam Pearce, maybe. I think it's all time Adam Pearce still on some names, to be fair. Like, he's just getting, he's a bit of a victim, isn't he, on Raw? Let's be honest. Why is Gunther versus Sammy on Raw? Not watching in a couple of weeks. Long story short, Cody came out on this week's episode, or last week's episode of SmackDown, and basically challenged him. Well, him and Jay came out, and basically the winner of that match, which ended up being Cody, was then set to face Sammy on Raw, which I don't really understand, to be fair, when you've got Liv Morgan sitting on Raw, who hasn't defended the belt since WrestleMania. The second Sammy wins it, then he has to defend it on the next week's episode of Raw. A little bit unfair on poor Sami Zayn there, with a bit of a grim sort of smile on his face. Looks a little bit possessed. Sammy, mate, are you okay? Don't look, yeah. Right, what else we got here? Jay just bought, if Cody wins, does he go full heel and we get Cody versus Punk? I'd absolutely love it. Personally, though, I prefer us to get a heel version of Punk. I think Punk does his best work as a heel, and I feel like it's going to be a very, very bold move if WWE ever decide to turn Cody heel. Don't get me wrong, I think there's a right time and the right place, but I don't think that time's now. I think WWE will still want to keep Cody as a face. Turning CM Punk heel, I think, asks so many more questions. And like I said before, I feel like CM Punk does his best work as a heel. So I think that feud would go off. A heel Punk, babyface Cody. Again, it adds more of a spice to Cody's sort of character. So for me, that's the way I'd pan it out. Harvey's what I think they have nailed Bron Breakker, putting the tag title on him. Harvey, I completely agree. Particularly after the whole Seth Rollins win at Backlash, when Bron Breakker beat Seth Rollins in the Backlash match. I feel like his momentum slowed down massively. I would have had him win the steel cage match. I find it mental, the fact that WWE didn't pull the trigger on Bron Breakker there. A couple of times now, WWE, I feel like I've fumbled Bron Breakker a little bit, and the steel cage match definitely being one. Guys, smash that like button and drop us a follow. Daily WWE and wrestling lives every single day. We're going to be covering Raw tomorrow as well. Guys, go and drop us a follow. It'd be greatly appreciated. We've just hit 25k, on the road to 30k. Drop us a follow. You get an instant follow back once this live stream is done as well. And also go over to Instagram too, at WrestleVids. Go and drop us a follow over there. Genuinely, it means the absolute world. Right, what else we got here? Keen's point, I don't like Sammy, but I begged don't let Cody win. It's boring. Yeah, it is a little bit. Thank you all so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Harley, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Who else has just dropped the follow there? 21, thank you for liking the live. I do appreciate it. What time is it? It starts at 1 a.m. UK. JH05, thank you for the follow. Ali, thank you for the follow. What else you got here? NWO, thank you for liking the live. Logan, thank you for the follow. I do massively appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Right, what else we got here? Enzo and Cass, maybe 21 NWO. I feel like Enzo and Cass are probably going to come out at Saturday night's main event on the 16th of July to help Danhausen take on JD McDonough and the rest of the Judgment Day. That's what I think they do fit in there. I know Hinge CM Punk would be Cinema Mark. I do completely agree. Harry, how are we doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. What's happening to Ober's title opportunity? Cal, it feels like they've just sort of left it in the air, to be honest with you, mate, which is a massive shame. Again, I find it mental, the fact that WWE clearly didn't have it planned for Ober to face Roman at SummerSlam. If you want to go and check out the video on my page, me breaking down the previous SummerSlam card that they had penciled in. They never had Oba versus Roman as a match that they had penciled in months ago. So the fact that we invested 2 months into a tournament for then Oba Femi to win it and then not face Roman at Mania, and that for never to be the plan, I thought was a little bit mad too. Have a good night, mate, and enjoy the match. Thank you, Beth, and I do appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your night too. I've seen a Bloodline story will last after Mania, and Priest in the AAA now as well. I think Priest in AAA belt has worked wonders, to be fair. And for me, I don't mind. What was the rest of the question there? The starting part of it. Oh, I've completely missed it. Now it's gone off. Okay, right, let me get to another question here. Joshua Sport, you got Sammy retain the title, brother. Joshua, I don't, to be fair. I personally feel that Cody's going to win. Punk should come out in the main event. Sets up Cody versus Punk. Could even, do you know what? If you really want to do it properly, have the heel version of CM Punk come out and do exactly the same as what Randy Orton done to Cody by beating him to a pulp. Doing how Randy beat up Cody, bloody him up, heel Punk, go full in with it, and tell a story that needs to be told. Again, I'm extremely impressed at how much WWE managed to fumble Randy's momentum after after turning heel on Cody. I'm very surprised at how poorly they booked the Cody and Randy feud, with obviously including Pat McAfee too. Don't do that again. Don't do anything like that again. The story's there to be told between Punk and Cody. Definitely, I would have him come out, attack Cody, but brutally attack him. Sean, thank you for liking live. I do appreciate it, guys. Drop us a follow if you're on there. Daily Debate and Daily Wrestling Lives every single day. We're going to be covering so much of Raw tomorrow as well. Philo, thank you so much for the follow, my mate. Thank you. Keen Sport need to hurry up the Dan Houser thing. They drag things on for too long. I do agree a little bit. It feels like this whole man underneath the cover has gone on for a little bit of a while too. As well. Guys, if you do drop us a follow, by the way, you get an instant follow once this live stream is done, so drop us a follow. Speaking of that, where is Randy? Well, again, it was rumoured that he did have a back injury slightly before Mania, which led to him not winning the title against Cody, which is a little bit of a shame, isn't it? Fingers crossed it's nothing too serious, but he has been out now since Mania, and there's been no real plans of him returning anytime soon, so yeah, it's not looking good, is it, for Randy at the moment. Hi, Hannah, how are we doing? Hope you're doing well. Daniel Sport, I say Braun Breaker will turn on Austin Theory tonight. I'm on beginning of the end for the Vision. Wouldn't mind that at all. I feel like they've teased the whole Vision breakup over the past couple of weeks or so. We've seen it with Austin Theory and Paul Heyman on last week's episode of the Raw and their backstage segment. It's going to dwindle out, isn't it? I don't think we're going to get a big, massive payoff to the whole Vision breakup, which is a shame considering how much they were prominent on Raw last year. Punk returning tonight, or is that a prediction? Adam, that's probably what everyone's thinking. Obviously, we are in Chicago tonight, ladies and gents. We are live in living colour in Chicago tonight for Raw. It seems only fitting that we could see a CM Punk return. This is probably the main theory that people are going to go for. I wouldn't mind it at all. I'm actually really looking forward to tonight's episode of Raw. Looking at the card, set to open the show. Okay, don't mind it. Over the dress as Brock. Could we see Brock Lesnar come out? WWE Women's Champion Sol Ruka versus Raquel. Probably Sol Ruka will get the win, but it's good to see the IC title getting defended week to week, which is good in the women's division. Tag title match, Street Profits versus Division. Again, more tag titles on the line. Don't mind tag titles, by the way, being more prominent on week to week TV. So we don't mind that at all. I think we probably see the Street Profits retain, and then the Vision probably turn. And then we've obviously got Cody versus Sammy in the main event. Right, what else we got here? Cody or Sammy. Luke, tonight I have got Cody to win, Punk to come out in the main event, and then probably turn heel. Again, like I said, I'd have him brutally attack Cody. Keek, sorry, how are we doing? Hello, mate. Surely Sammy won't drop the title in his first defense, right? I think he will. And like I said, I feel like it is a little bit bittersweet. Purely for the fact of if we end up getting Cody Punk out of it, I can't really complain. Javon, how are we doing, mate? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Javon, what are your predictions for tonight's episode of Raw? What about a heel Cody? Cal, I would love it. I just don't think WWE are going to pull the trigger on a heel Cody just yet. I think maybe give it a couple of years or so until the character probably does go quite a bit stale, or you see a lot of people, I don't know, start to turn a little bit on Cody. Well, not a little bit, actually, a lot against Cody. I feel like they'll have no choice. I think that's emergency break glass is turning Cody heel. But a heel version of CM Punk, I am all for. Like I said before earlier in the live, I feel like Punk definitely does his best work as a heel. Robert Swart, Division are all but disbanded, maybe soon. I think singles matches for them will be better. Yeah, so would I. I feel like, again, the whole side of things, division needs sorting quickly. Is your mic on, mate? It sounds a little different. Yeah, mate, should all be okay. Everything looks to be on, so we look to be cooking on gas. But thank you for just asking the question, mate. I do appreciate it. How are we? I'm doing well, thank you, Liverpool 1-3. Pops, thank you so much for sending the roses. Who else is joining the fan club as well, by the way? I just missed that, so I do apologise. Let me try and find it. The Bloodline story is going to last until after Mania next year. It looks like that's the case, isn't it? Amber, thank you for joining the fan club. Guys, if you're new around there, join the fan club and drop us a follow. It'd be greatly appreciated. Belters, thank you for liking live. Oba or Brock. Ooh, I've got to go for Oba. Surely, Fraser, they've got to do Oba. Purely for the fact of, again, they can't do a 3-match build and not have Oba Femi win for me. Prediction for Spain versus Portugal, I'm going to go for Spain 2-1. 2-1 I'm going for. Pops just put live on top, live and dom on my faves, of course. Watch it beat EO. Big prediction from Pops. Pops, you're probably not going to like what I'm going to say, yeah? But I feel like EO will end up winning at SummerSlam and then the Judgment Day turn on Liv. And I think I'd still keep Liv and Dom together, though. I still will keep Liv and Dom together. When did Punk come back? England fan. It's very heavily rumoured that CM Punk could return tonight on tonight's episode of Raw, considering we are in Chicago too. Guys, you're there, smash the like button. We're nearly at 4K likes. Keep on tapping that screen and drop us a follow. Getting into follow back too. Right, what else have we got here? I want to say something about tonight. And oh, no spoilers. If anyone's got any dirt sheets, no spoilers. Can't believe Sheamus is gone. Where's my breakfast has put. It's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely mad. It's a massive shame. Again, just another one of the sort of staples of my generation. Anyway, again, you've got Dolph Ziggler, not there anymore. The New Day, not there anymore. Now Sheamus. It feels like so many of like the era I grew up on. Or either Cena, again, being the big one. Either all retiring or just leaving, which is a massive shame. Carl's put, can Punk still be a champion this year? Felt he was unreal as heavyweight champ. Hopefully, Carl, fingers crossed. Pops, thank you so much for dropping a follow. There's your follow back. A massive thank you. But yeah, personally, I would definitely have CM Punk have at least one more world title reign before the end of this year. Particularly if he's going heel. And again, if you look at that Raw roster, there's a lot of dream matches you could have there with CM Punk as a heel champ. And then you could have a rematch at WrestleMania 43 between Cody and Punk. But again, I think that would be heavily dependent on how The Rock is available, basically. If The Rock's available, we're getting Roman Rock and probably Cody Punk. If not, we'll probably get Cody Punk, Roman, Seth again, maybe. But saying that, we are getting Cody, Seth at SummerSlam, so we'll have to wait and see. Pops, so you might be my favourite WWE creator. Oh, thank you, Pops. I do appreciate that. Did I just come up on your For You page? Let me know. You've seen people saying 2019 being the worst year of WWE ever. A lot of bad decisions. Yeah, I'd probably say 2018, 2019, I semi-checked out a little bit. But for me, yeah, I'd probably go say 2019. I love Roxanne though, yes, otherwise Roxanne's class. I think that whole Judgment Day stable has worked really well. I just feel like now it's gone a little bit stale. Not gonna lie. Sassy. Sorry, what is going on? Hope you're doing well. Ash, but do I think Kofi and Woods will debut in AEW in a couple of weeks? I do. I think they'll go by the names of Kofi and Creed. I think that works very nicely. Kofi and Creed as a tag team. Again, Kofi Kingston, you can use his first name, Kofi, and then Consequences Creed back in TNA, who obviously used to be Xavier Woods. Kofi and Creed just sounds nice. It rolls off the tongue really well. For you tonight, what happens to the Vision? I think we might actually get a breakup, actually, particularly if the Vision win. There's no other reason to hold off from the breakup because, again, if the Vision break up tonight, I don't really think people will be like too shocked and surprised. Javon, I've put Bang & Raw coming tonight. Fingers crossed, my friend. Again, look at that card. That card is absolutely stacked above my big fat head. It is completely stacked. Again, particularly even if you see a Brock Lesnar coming out too, my God, we could be in for a treat as well. I'm back, sorry. Anyway, are we doing a watch along or Pops? We are going to be doing a watch along now for every PLA. That is the plan going forward. Every PLA, we'll be live doing a watch along. I haven't talked with a couple of people I know. We can have a really cool idea coming up for SummerSlam. But again, I'm going to find out more tomorrow because I'm meeting up with some of the gang, some of the cool kids. I'm going to see if we can do something quite cool for SummerSlam. If not, anyway, we'll be live watching, doing a live watch along anyway. I'll be tuning in. Good stuff. Triple threat match for... Okay, so won't happen, but I love to see KO return and try and sabotage Sammy, but fails and it leads to a triple threat match. Cody, Sammy, KOs. Do you know what? You've sparked something there for me. Because I'd really like to see that triple threat match. And we know what WWE's been like over the past couple of years when it comes to booking triple threat matches at big PLEs. Maybe AJ Lee tonight, Robertsport? Ooh, potentially. I don't think we're going to see AJ Lee come back though until post SummerSlam, maybe. For me, I haven't seen many reports saying that AJ Lee could be coming back soon. Fingers crossed he does, but I don't know. I just can't see it. Robert does quote to take his title off him, first offence, to bring out heel Sammy in the future. Maybe bloodline alignment too. Maybe, but for me, the only way I'm going to enjoy this Cody beating Sammy is if Punk comes out. If he doesn't come out, I'm going to be annoyed. I think like most people, I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan of Punk, by the way. I'm just a little bit sick and tired of Cody being champion now at the moment. Nervous game last night, but at least England are through. Harvey, mate, I am very sleep deprived. I came home at about 6 a.m. and thought, you know what, I might as well get my gym session in now because I was still semi-awake. Came back at 8:30 in the morning. Just went to bed for 4 hours. Cody Hogan, oh my God. You said it, not me. Pops, you said it, not me. Kieran, how are we doing? Hope we're doing well. Do I think Cody Rhodes wins tonight, Ryan's call? I don't. Yeah, I do. And just fingers crossed we get a Punk return. I beg. I absolutely beg. Because when you look at that, by the way, Overbrock, Hell in a Cell, Cody Punk, SummerSlam, Seth and Roman. I tell you what, they're 3 incredible matches, aren't they? As much as week-to-week WWE isn't extremely interested at the moment, them 3 matches at SummerSlam there for the 2 nights, wow. Get some Pepsi tonight. I mean, I've already looked at this. I could do with drinking some, to be fair, mate, because I've fully been talking for over an hour now, just waffling to myself, so my mouth's a bit like the Sahara Desert. I remember John Cena calling Sheamus a human of mayonnaise. Oh, poor Sheamus, man. I mean, I can't get a tan either. So me and Sheamus are in exactly the same boat as well. Belters, thank you so much for liking the live. Guys, you're new around here, go down below, go and drop us a follow. We're going to be covering the entirety of Raw tomorrow too, throwing in all of our reaction clips from watching the show live as well. So drop us a follow. Go on. Just drop us a little follow. It'd be greatly appreciated. And again, if you don't mind going over to Instagram as well, we've just hit 500 followers on Instagram. I really need to get to a K as soon as possible. So if you actually don't mind going over to Instagram, more importantly, and dropping us a follow at WrestleWids2, it'd be absolutely class. Thank you, thank you. I want Enzo and Cass to return, and you can't teach that. Enzo and Cass. Okay, right, let's see what we think about this. Enzo and Cass. I'm not extremely excited for their return. I'd much rather see people from NXT get called up, or your Dragon Lees, your Ilya Dragunovs, your Ray Phoenixes to get more time on TV than bring in someone like Enzo and Cass. I've got no real desire. I feel like I've seen it. Oh, with that emoji was a job. I was a little bit confused about it. For me, I don't know, Enzo and Cass just don't do it for me. Could someone tell me a dream match for Enzo and Cass now? I can't really name any. Same with Baron Corbin. Nothing against Baron Corbin. Seems like a sound fella. I just don't see any big dream matches. Is there any matches that you think, oh, you know, I really need to see a Baron Corbin dream match, or I really need to see this dream match between the Usos, as Sean's just said, and Enzo and Cass? It's 2026, lads. Robin, welcome. How are we doing? Hope you're doing well. Did I hear Kane's voice after the game? Yes, Harvey. Harvey, go and check out my literal recent video. Doing a little meme on Harry Kane's voice there, by the way, because, oh God, he sounded awful. TF Wrestling 2.0, how are we doing? Hope you're doing well. When's Raw on? British time. It starts at 1 a.m. UK, baby. David, welcome. How are we doing? I'm all for Baron Corbin and NXT Enzo and Cass. Yikes. Seems a little bit desperate, doesn't it, Wrestle Reacts? It does seem a little bit desperate. Baron Corbin and NXT's okay. I feel like we've seen it, though. I wouldn't mind them bringing back the Happy Corbin. Other than that, I'm not interested in most of them, to be fair. Enzo and Cass could work okay in NXT, but not doing backflips. I can't do a backflip anyway, but if I could, I wouldn't be doing any. Aiden has port. Adam Pearce is Raw GM and SmackDown because Nick is back in ring wrestling. Hopefully that might be the case, yeah. Tom, how are we doing? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I feel like Adam Pearce is probably going to be doing both shows now. But like I said earlier in the live, give you Big E on SmackDown as a GM, I'd absolutely snatch your hand off. Kay, how are we doing? Scott, what's going on? Alfie, how are we doing? Hope you're doing well. Pops, well, isn't it isn't her fault she doesn't defend. It's the company for not booking her properly. Yeah, it is completely. Like, I don't understand why Liv hasn't had the title defense since winning the belt at Mania. I find it absolutely mental. Yes, I understand they were trying to do the whole Stephanie Vaquer feud again, which, and again, in itself, I didn't really understand. For me, anyway, WrestleMania is where all feuds should just end. Maybe you might have one that carries on a little bit, but you look at it, it's like 60 or 70%. Wait, no, I'm not doing a 6-7. 60 or 70% of the feuds after WrestleMania have all just seemed to have carried on, which is a little bit annoying. What time does it start? 1 a.m. UK. But yeah, for me, I don't really understand why they didn't have a feud after Stephanie McKay if they knew that she was injured for quite a while. Emily, welcome. Harrison starts at 1 a.m. What else we got here? Fred the Frog, how are we doing? I think I've read through most of these now. Especially with such a big female-dominated title at the Women's World Championship. Exactly. Even when you see the whole women's tag title scene, there's so many big names there. Just have a few with somebody from there. Bradley, how are we doing? At this point, there's no USA vs Belgium or Raw watch along. Yeah, Sean, I found with the watch alongs, the only beneficial ones I'd say are the PLE ones, because the time all the other ones take, it takes a lot of time out to editing too. And if I can film, I try and aim for 3 videos a day across all accounts. And there's still a lot of time I have to put. There's still a lot of time I have to put into editing and setting up the streams, and then obviously doing the streams itself. I find it's a lot more of a consistent sort of through line of me doing the 3 videos a day, and then when PLEs come around, bam, we just whack a PLE on, we watch a PLE, and I can just do all the clips from there as well. Aiden's put John Cena should return, come out of retirement. Did you can't see me? The mic's back indeed. But no, I don't think we're going to see a Cena return. I don't. Resurrection after just releasing Motor City and Ciampa, and you bring back Enzo and Cass. Exactly, it's mental. Joe, how are we doing? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I don't really understand again when you look to release the New Day, Motor City, and then to bring back Enzo and Cass, you're getting rid of 2 for 1. But it's only the one team's extremely interesting too. But I hope you're doing well, Joe. How are we doing? Jota, welcome. Cena is long gone in retirement. I do agree. It feels like he's pretty much gone now. 5k likes, a massive thank you guys. Keep on tapping that screen and drop us a follow if you're new around here. And go over to Instagram too, at WrestleVids, and drop us a follow over there. We've just hit 500 followers on Instagram. It would mean the world if we can get to a K by All In, because we're going to AEW All In. So if you don't want to see that covered across the channel, then absolute class. We're going to AEW All In. I want a K followers on Instagram before there. I've just set the goal in mind. 30th of August, I want a K followers on Instagram. We're on 500 at the moment. So you can go over to Instagram, at WrestleVids, and go and drop us a follow over there. It'd be greatly appreciated as well. I'll get the notification actually come through on the screen. So I can give you guys a shout out too if you're going to do so. What's the Championship John Cena announcement? It was John Cena Classic on Wednesday out though. Again, Aiden, I don't really think WWE knows, to be fair, when it comes to the whole John Cena Classic, which is a massive shame. A massive shame. But to be fair, when he did do it and he did announce it, it did feel like this is very much like willy-nilly, no real plan, bit barren, not Baron Corbin, a little bit barren in the whole plan and structure of it. So I'm not really too surprised that they don't really have an idea of what to do with it. Sheamus should join the Casino Battle Royal at Wembley. Sean, there's a chance. I do feel like there's a chance. Saying that though, I think Sheamus is at an age now where he could just do some of the indie scene and then leave it at that. Because he's made a lot of money in WWE. He's been in WWE now for about 16 years, hasn't he? And so he's probably made a fair bit of money. I don't really feel like, unless he wants to go and wrestle, and wants to go and wrestle consistently, I don't really feel like money's the issue. Again, it all just depends on whether he wants to carry on wrestling or if he just wants his body to heal. We've seen over the past couple of years towards the latter end of his WWE career how many injuries that he has took. Obviously, he's out injured now with a head injury, which has got nothing to do with wrestling. It was just a freak instance in his gym. But even that, he's been injured a fair bit. Is it pre-recorded tonight, Bing Bong? It is not. 19 years, or he could go to AAA or TNA. Maybe, Joe, maybe. Again, I think it all just depends on whether he wants to stay in wrestling or wants. He could just go and take a year off, and let his body just recoup and then see if he's still got a bite for it. And then maybe go to AEW or sign to TNA. Again, if I was Sheamus, anyway, I'd probably take a fair bit of time off and just let him chill out for a little bit, because my man has been non-stop for a lot of years, and believe me, it catches up. Yeah, hot take. I hate Rhea Ripley. Her talent is exceptional, but her character is just like Chyna's. A little bit pops. I feel like she's just got a bit more of a. Again, Rhea's probably my favourite women's wrestler currently right now, because I think she's just got that really badass persona, really, and the way she acts and she sort of carries herself, I really like too. Aaron's put what times are on tonight? 1 a.m. No one knows how bad the injury is. Yeah, there is that too. Yeah, but for me, I do like Rhea. I don't think we're going to see her at SummerSlam though. With how close WWE are keeping the cards to the chest. On how serious the injury is. Guys, keep on tapping that screen. Can we get to 5.5k likes? It'd be greatly appreciated. Keep on tapping that screen and drop us a follow too. You get an instant follow back during this live stream. So drop us a follow, get an instant follow back. Callum, how are we doing? Joe, thank you for liking live. User, what's going on? Sean, thank you for liking live. Lil, how are we doing? Hope you're doing well. And again, thank you, Sean, for liking the live as well. But yeah, what Sheamus is going to do next, it's intriguing, isn't it? It is intriguing. If it did catch me by surprise, though, I'm not going to lie. But it does feel like now TK will getting rid of more of the older heads in the roster. I'm just trying to seamlessly bring that the younger generation through. Carl, thank you for liking the live. I do massively appreciate it. So yeah, if we're looking at the rest of this show now, how late does it start? It starts at 1 a.m, Lil. It starts at 1 a.m. Sheamus will like retire for me. Maybe Wrestle Reacts. There's definitely a chance there, isn't there? For me, if I was him, I'd take the year off. Then I'd take the year off, then see if he wants to get back into wrestling from there. Joe, thank you for liking the live. I only just realised you've got CM Punk hat on. Always used to be the plain black ones. Yeah, I've got a CM Punk hat. This is a Lids exclusive, actually. When I went to Vegas from WrestleMania 42, a little Money in the Bank 2011 inspired hat from obviously the CM Punk win. Such a sick hat, by the way. Shout out to Lids. You've created a really bad cap addiction for me now. So thanks for that. Sheamus saying, well, like, was I? Yeah, I do. I feel like he's what? Oh, he's what, 49? He doesn't need to go to AEW. Exactly, only to be a mid-carder there. I do completely agree. And that's why, for me, I'd take a year off. And do you know if he wants to come back to Ireland and come back to the UK, Wrestle Reacts? Again, there's plenty of UK indie scenes that would absolutely snap your hand off to have Sheamus on the card. So, yeah, for me, I'll probably have him do that. Take a year off, maybe even come back to the UK, come closer to family, and then probably run some of the indie scenes here in the UK. I mean, if we can get Sheamus to a Comic-Con, as Sean just said, and get Sheamus to a TNT show or an Ignition show or an Infinite show here in Liverpool, it'd be class. Hello, mate. Are you all good? I'm doing well, thank you, Wally. Hope you're doing well as well. Dean, welcome, mate. How are we doing? You'll start doing Rev Pro, maybe? Yeah, again, it'd be sick, wouldn't it? Or having a progress for a little bit. Yeah, I'd love it. How's it going, mate? Excited for Raw tonight? Robbie, I'm indeed, mate. It looks an absolutely stacked card. I have a feeling that Punk could turn heel tonight. Fingers crossed. I do feel like that's the case. Wrestling Ringside, how are we doing? Is Sheamus not a massive sign for AEW? Taylor, I wouldn't say massive, no. I feel like they've already done it pretty much. It'll make a bit of a wave, but then would it be forgotten about in like a month's time? Probably, yeah, because how stacked the whole roster is over in AEW. And he'll probably just fit to the mid-card scene too. Robbie, thank you for sending the heart in. DeRosa, sorry, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, Sheamus could wrestle for WXW in Germany. You can go and wrestle anywhere, Wrestle Island as well. There's loads of different promotions that would definitely snap your hand off in the indie scene for a Sheamus appearance. Bad Bunny's meant to be on AAA. That's what Ray wants, really. Really, I haven't heard any about that, but it makes a little bit of sense. Sheamus versus Transcend, heading to the next TNT event. Mate, imagine that match would be sick. It'd be absolutely class, mate. I'd love it. RDCW reunion is annoying. A little bit, YG White, a little bit. Again, it's a little bit before. I'm a little bit too young for that era, to be fair. But I don't mind it, because again, it taps into a nostalgic bone for me that I don't really have. So I find it quite cool when it does happen. Steph, welcome. Darren, welcome. Hope you're doing well. If someone returns tonight, it's going to be interesting how jacked he is. Yes, that's another talk point, by the way. How yoked CM Punk is going to come back looking. Because my man's hit the gym. My man has been putting in the work. Sorry, guys, I bought some Pringles. What flavour? Pops, that's the big question. Absolutely cool. Yeah, exactly. Sean wants to know which flavour as well. I want to know what flavour. Sour cream is a belter, but the only thing is, they stink after it. Like that water took quavers. They're quite nice, but oh yeah, sour cream and onion. See, Pops knows ball. Absolutely knows ball. Sour cream and onion. Yes, everyone's on the sour cream and onion tray. Come on. Sean, welcome. How are we doing? I sent a photo of the comments on one of your vids. Go for it. Go for it. What time does Raw start in the UK? 1 a.m. Guys, keep on tapping that screen. Let's get to 6k likes. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you're new around here, go and drop us a follow. You get an instant follow back during this live stream. And go drop us a follow on Instagram too. I get notification come through right on the top of my screen when people go over to Instagram and drop us a follow. We've just hit 500 followers. The goal is 1k followers by the end of August. If you can go over to Instagram, go and drop the WrestleVids account a follow. It would mean the absolute world. What's the Insta? WrestleVids. The logo literally looks like that. WrestleVids is the Instagram account. If you go over there and drop us a follow. Again, like I said, we're trying to get to 1k followers before the end of August. Thanks for the follow. Of course, Luke. Luke, hope you're doing well, mate. It's a shame about the shirt. I am a massive Everton fan, but the second I seen a fellow Scouser on TikTok, got to drop a follow. Got to drop a follow. Lauren, welcome, mate. How are we doing? Also, low-key, not a fan of Roman Reigns. The only thing is for me, Joe, thank you for dropping a follow on Instagram. I do massively appreciate it as well. Yeah, for me, I feel like with Roman, I think his whole reign at the moment will be so much better if he didn't have the bloodline around him. A singles version of Roman, trying to take on everybody. Yeah, for me, I would absolutely love it. But I feel like the whole bloodline storyline at the moment is holding them back a little bit. It is. If you want to see a banger match, watch Dijak versus Ilya, Battleground 2023. Thank you for that, Belters, mate. I'll be watching that tonight. Happy days. Happy days. Taylor Sport, they got to have Sammy keep the title. Cody Punk doesn't need a title at all. There is that Taylor, and if they ever want to run Cody and Punk for the title, it's still there. It is definitely still there. Is Sammy going to lose? That's what Jack Sport, because there's no other title changes. IMO. I still think Sammy, though. Okay, if we're going to go for Sami Zayn, then, a quick question. Yes, it is the Instagram. Sorry, Luke. It's exactly the same as this, mate. WrestleVids. If you can go over there, mate, and go and drop us a follow, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you, mate. Thank you genuinely so much. But yeah, going back to the point now. If Sammy does win tonight, then I'll leave you this question. If Sammy does win tonight, who should Sammy face at SummerSlam? If Sammy wins tonight, who should he face at SummerSlam? If Sammy wins tonight, who should he face at SummerSlam? So Luke's gone for CM Punk. I swear if it's not Randy Punk, I will lose my mind. Yeah, come on, Chicago, do it great. It does feel like it's a dead set, isn't it? Ethan's gone for Punk, so Ethan thinks it's Sammy versus Punk. Jack's gone for Randy. Sammy versus Randy or Drew. Stephen, thank you for the follow. I do massively appreciate it. Thank you. It says 3 others. I can't actually see the 3 others because if I click on it, the live will go off. But again, I'll drop you a follow back over on Instagram. Kevin Owens, maybe. Pops, fingers crossed. What I do for the Kevin Owens return? What I do for the Kevin Owens return? Drew makes so much sense. Maybe Taylor, yeah. But it's running back rematches for me that I'm more a massive fan of. Luke, I'll get back to your message on Instagram, mate, once this live is done. Kel, welcome. How are we doing? Hope you're doing well. And TJ Talks WWE, thank you for the follow. There's your follow back, just like so. Massive thank you. Right, CM Punk versus Sammy at SummerSlam. Okay, Luke, a lot of people are feeling like it could just be Punk outright, which I don't mind, to be fair. I don't mind. I'd still much rather it be Cody versus Punk. Reason being is, we've seen him wrestling now. When WWE don't pull the trigger, it comes back to bite them. Again, you've seen it with Sammy. The first time he should have won the IC title, we've seen it with Sheamus now. The fact that he's leaving WWE without an IC title win. Ober, yes, Sammy pulled the trigger on it, but didn't capitalise on it. Declan, welcome, John. Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. But so many times WWE failed to pull the trigger once momentum has became hot. Bron Breakker's another great example too. I thought Bron Breakker should have beat CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw. That didn't happen. Again, look at AEW. Punk and Cody should have happened in AEW. That didn't happen. Punk versus Kenny should have happened in AEW. That didn't happen. So seeing the world of wrestling, a lot of things can change at the moment. So for me, Pops, thank you for the follow on Instagram. I'll drop you a follow back too. Do not worry about that. Is it 1 a.m. in the UK? It is. Yes, it starts at 1 a.m. So for me, if a Punk and Cody match is there, just go and do it. Because we never ever know when things can change in the world of wrestling. We never know. So just go and do it. If they want to go and do a rematch after it at this year's WrestleMania 43 coming up, then fine. But just go and do it now. Because we don't know when it could be done. Again, Randy Cody. Now, we don't know how serious this Randy Orton back injury is. Now, we don't know if he's going to return, when he's going to return. Now, yes, they have just done the whole Randy and Cody feud, but they didn't manage to capitalise on that fully. So again, it's seeing what feuds are available currently now and when to pull the trigger. For me, it just feels like Punk and Cody feels right for the SummerSlam. Jack, how are we doing? How are we doing? Well, Puck's punch run all the time. Exactly, John, exactly. And there's still so many dream matches. I feel like personally, you guys probably have, that CM Punk needs to have too. Carl, thank you for the follow on Instagram, mate. I do massively appreciate it. Thank you. Declan, thank you for sharing the live. I do massively appreciate it too. Sam should do an open challenge if he wants. Oh, if he wins, maybe. Yeah, okay. What time is it in the UK? It starts at 1 a.m. And Kaylee, thank you for the follow. There's your follow back. A massive thank you. Yeah, exactly. Seth and Randy get injured, more likely. Just need to do the matches when available. Exactly. And I'm not saying put Cody versus Punk at a backlash or another B-level or C-level PLE. I'm not saying that at all. It's more for the fact that when your SummerSlam comes around, when your WrestleMania comes around, pull the trigger on the biggest stars and the biggest matches that are available. Right, what else we got here? Taylor's Port, I think if Sammy does an open challenge, he would have to lose, I reckon. Yeah, maybe. I think that would work too. Depending on really who he faces. The thing is, Sammy only has Cody or Johnny Gargano right now. Yeah, again, what they're going to do with the whole Johnny and Sammy thing, I find really interesting. But again, though, that's probably another storyline that just won't get paid off. John Hasbro, do you think it's good for Baron Corbin to go back to WWE? John, if you want me to be completely honest with me, I've got no real interest in it. We had this discussion before about Baron Corbin. Name a Baron Corbin dream match that you want to see. There isn't any, really, is there? For me, anyway. But then when you look at the likes of Ilya, Dragon Lee, Ray Phoenix, Carmelo, these names that aren't getting much screen time, even Finn Balor, Like, I'd much rather see Finn Balor singles push than what I would a Baron Corbin return. So many names in that WWE roster that are still getting underutilized. By bringing more names in to just flood it out a little bit more, it's not for me. Not for me. I love Finn Balor too, Pops. I love Finn Balor too. Beth, welcome. How are we doing? Hunter, welcome too. Hope you're doing well. Guys, if we get to 7K likes, keep on tapping that screen. It'd be greatly appreciated. Drop us a follow, get an instant follow back. Daily WWE and daily wrestling videos. We're going to be covering everything that happened on Raw tonight, tomorrow on this page. So drop us a follow. It'd be greatly appreciated. Pops, thank you for liking the live. Thank you. Carl, thank you for liking the live as well. Jace White, on to drop Chief Roman Reigns. Get the ones up. Get the ones up in the chat. Get the ones up in the chat for Roman. Johnny, welcome. How are we doing? Jimmy Uso's not really being used as well. Yeah, exactly. Jimmy's not getting the opportunity that Jay's getting at the moment too. Dominic is such a hear me out to me. I don't know why. Yeah, I want Dominic to probably win Money in the Bank if Logan Paul isn't available. I think Dominic would work. To be fair, I can give you a Corbin versus Will Cruz would be a dream match. Yeah, I do get that Wrestle React. That's not a bad match. But then I just much rather see Will Cruz on the main roster, if you want me to be completely honest. When to start you at 1 a.m. UK time. How is the Oba thing going to work? Will he not face a champion? No, Hunter. That looks like that's not going to be the case, which is absolutely insane, isn't it? It's absolutely mad. The fact that we managed to invest 2 months to an entire tournament for no real payoff. Johnny's put, who do you think should dethrone all current champions? Oh, okay, that's a big question. Who do I think? Or who do I want? I think Cody will beat Sammy. I think Cody will beat Sammy. I think Oba will beat Roman. I think Chad will beat Penta. I think who's beating Trick? I don't know on Trick. That's a difficult one. That's a very hard one with Trick. I'll get back to it on Twitter. Trick, 'cause I don't know. Liv could be literally anybody, couldn't it? Liv could be anybody. No, Liv will be Io, and Rhea, could be anybody. I'd have Rhea drop it to maybe Lash Legends. But that's like putting a lot of pressure. That's putting a lot of pressure on Lash Legends. But we'll go for it. Tag titles. Street Profit. That's honestly, I couldn't really tell you about the tag titles. The division is so wafer thin. At the moment too. Harry, welcome. How are we doing? Chrissy, what's going on? Carmelo will beat Trick. I do feel like that could be the case, Jack. Yeah. Is Paul Heyman going back to the bloodline? Maybe. You need to do a video, a vid of dethroning all champs. Maybe, yeah, that's actually not a bad shout. I'm already tired from England, and Ewan, thank you massively for the follow. I do massively appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Mate, so am I. But saying that, us wrestling fans are used to doing the mad like 1 a.m. to like 4 a.m. Shifts. So that didn't really bother me too much. More to the fact that I normally do like the whole 1 a.m. until like 6, because then I'm up doing editing and covering it after the shows are finished too. So that's not really too bad. It was more the fact that like I was leaving the pub and it was like 5 a.m. and it was light outside. And I was like, well, the gym opens at 6. I might well just go and do my gym session and then come back and actually have a relatively normal sleep. So that's what I've done. So I'm a little bit like all over the place today. Love the share, bro. It's right, Charlie. Mate, Charlie, get back to the old message, please, on Snapchat Dosky, if you don't mind. But yeah, what else we got here? I'd rather Last Legend be a singles wrestler. Yeah, so would I. I feel like the whole tag with Nia Jax at the moment, it's just to set it up for a singles run, really. Someone put take it off. Lovely stuff, mate. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate that, mate. Do you miss the Shield? Yeah, I do, Jason, to be fair, mate. Massively. Again, the story that Roman and Seth could tell could be something special going into SummerSlam. Sammy's doing the title later. Yeah, I do feel like that's the case unknown. I do feel like that's the case. Which is a massive shame, isn't it? But, again, like I said, it's bittersweet for me, because if you get a Sammy and Punk, again, just me completely dripped out and all the CM Punk merch, like a big, massive mark. Definitely just haven't done that, just because I realised that, yeah, I'm doing a whole Raw review, preview, sorry, that's just get all the CM Punk gear on. That's exactly why I've done it. I just don't chill around and CM Punk gear constantly. Don't worry about that. But what I was going to say there, yeah, but the whole sort of CM, it has to be CM Punk for me. For me to be interested in Cody winning the belt back. Is Kevin Owens coming back for Sammy? Kaylee, fingers crossed. I'd absolutely snatch your hand off for that. I'd love it. I bloody would love it if Kevin Owens does come back. See you later, fella. Didn't know it already started. That's a good thing, Wrestle Reaction, mate, because that shows that we've kept you entertained. But yeah, enjoy the match, mate. Enjoy the match indeed. Nearly 50 viewers. W's in the chat. And again, if you're new out there, go and drop us a follow. Daily WWE and Daily Wrestling Lives every single day. If you love WWE and you love wrestling, you're in the right place. We literally upload 3 videos a day. I'm alive every single day too. Drops a follow, you get an instant follow back. Ewan, thank you for liking a live. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Kaylee. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Kaylee. Kaylee, thank you for the follow. There's your follow. I do massively appreciate it. There's your follow back. I think Pub returns later. So do I. Hey, Kevin is coming back for Sammy. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Sim is supposed to see CM Punk return tonight, potentially considering we are in Chicago. Following Sue, thank you, Sean. I do massively appreciate it. Again, if you go to Instagram, we're trying to get to a K followers on Instagram before the end of August at WrestleMitch. Go and drop us a follow over there. Genuinely, it'd be the absolute world. We cover wrestling literally every single day as well. Ewan, thank you for sharing the live to more than 10 friends. A massive thank you, my friend. And Joe, thank you for liking the live too. Liam's what if Punk comes back? I'll be jumping around my entire house. Well, Liam, if I could do a backflip, mate, I'd do one. But I'd probably break my neck. So let's just cheer loudly. Joe, thank you for the repost. Do you think the division is done now? John, I do. But no real massive payoff, which is a bit of a shame, isn't it? Bit of a flat end to that faction, which I think was suffered a lot by injury too. Hello, Josh. How we doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Carl, thank you for the repost. Josh, I need to remind me. I need to message you once this live's done, by the way. What else? Front flip then. Sure, mate. Who do you think I am? Yeah, I'm not that guy. Not that guy at all. Moving like a prime Jeff Hardy. Liam, thank you for joining the fan club. I do massively appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, go and check out all the stickers, by the way, if you have joined the fan club. Go and check out all the stickers. Some weird stickers in there. Some proper weird stickers. So if you want to go check them out, go for it. And start spamming them in the chat, because they're proper, yeah. That was definitely like a 3 AM job, that. I saw a load of stickers and I was like, yeah, let's just include them in the live, because why not? I remind you, mate, don't worry, sweet, good stuff, mate, thank you. And Josh, thank you for sending the gold pop there, and thank you for the heart, mate, I do massively appreciate that, mate, thank you. John Sport, I don't think Sammy is a transitional champion, nor do I, but it feels like that could be the case. And the only person that I prefer it to be is CM Punk to kickstart a whole new Cody title reign. Gonna start doing WWE stuff. Have you got any tips? Liam, good question, mate. Number one, be yourself. That's the best way to sort of be. Because if you're being yourself and you're creating content that you enjoy, then it won't feel like you're creating content. So for me, first of all, be yourself and express your opinions. I don't really care what people think. Obviously, in reason, of course. But again, yeah, just be yourself. Upload stuff that you enjoy uploading. Whether that be hot takes, whether it be more meme style videos, whether it be discussion videos, whether it be fancy booking, upload stuff that you enjoy first. And then from there, mate, see how it goes. And then you get a gauge then of what works well. And try and build a little strong community. Because what the community that we've built over here is absolutely phenomenal. Everyone gets on. Again, we're just here, we're talking wrestling, we're chilling out. There's genuinely nothing better. Jay Lings, what's going on, mate? How are we doing? You got Portugal, Spain on? No, mate, I actually haven't. We're sitting here talking about the wrestling. Didn't realise it kicked off, to be fair. What's my favourite finisher? Ember Moon's Eclipse. What a finisher that is. Probably like looking wise on the eye, Ember Moon's Eclipse is an absolute banger. That was the first one that came to head. I do like the Black Mass too. It's a naughty backspinning kick. Is great stuff. Right, what else we got here? Hi, James, sir. I hope you're doing well indeed. Guys, keep on tapping that screen. We're nearly at 8k likes. Keep on tapping away. Thank you, mate. Just been feeling a bit disconnected, so thought making content would help me out. Liam, if you want me to be completely honest with you, mate, that's the whole reason I started this. I was going through quite a rough part of sort of my life anyway, and needed an escape. And wrestling was always been my escape anyway, and I love media. So for me, that's what I just started. I felt disconnected from a lot of things. And for me, I thought, what better way to sort of try and be creative and use sort of my passion for media than try and start a wrestling account. And believe me, mate, it took me a while to feel confident to put my face on camera. Because I started to put my face on camera in like this December of this year. And luckily enough, nobody unfollowed. So again, like, thank God. I mean, if everyone unfollowed, then I'll be walking around probably insecure when we look through the entire life. No, I'm only joking. But yeah, it's one of them. Mate, just honestly, just be yourself and you'll absolutely smash it. But if you need anything, mate, drop us a DM. Chloe, thank you for the follow. There's your follow back. I do massively appreciate it. Guys, keep on tapping that screen. Mine is the Mexican Destroyer. Yeah, you, and it's an absolute belter. John, thank you for sending a heart. Well done, mate. Appreciate it. Of course, mate. Of course. Do not worry at all. Keith Spot the GOAT returns and attacks Cody after he wins the title back. And then we get Punk versus Cody at SummerSlam. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Chloe, thank you for liking live. Jake, thank you for the follow. I do massively appreciate it. Who else has dropped a follow? Callum, thank you for the follow as well. Guys, you can all do us a massive favour. Over on Instagram, just hit 500 followers. The goal is 1k before August. If you go to the rest of it's Instagram, literally the name's exactly the same. It's on the mic. How cool is that? Yeah, if you go over to Instagram and just go and drop us a follow at Wrestle it'd be greatly appreciated as well. Brooke, thank you for the follow. There's your follow back. A massive, massive thank you. Or the Revolution DT, another absolute banger. Cal, thank you for liking live. I'd rather Punk versus Cody than Punk versus Sammy. Exactly, mate. Exactly, you and me both. For me, CM Punk is the only person that I'm actually interested in if Cody ends up winning the title back tonight. Ebba, welcome. How are we doing? Apparently, Cody doesn't want the title off Sammy. He says Sammy deserves it. Again, hopefully that's the case. Because if that's the case, then at least Cody isn't being selfish backstage. Which again is a complete other realm of wrestling in itself, which we'll be covering, by the way, during Unreal Season 3, which I can't wait for. Covering so much content around that. I absolutely love when the Unreal series do drop, because the amount of fancy book and stuff and the amount of talk points that come out of it that we can cover as a channel is sick. Naomi, welcome. Chloe, again, a massive thank you for tapping that screen and getting them likes up. Thank you. Jake Sport, I don't think Cody vs Punk needs a title for the match to happen. I do agree, Jake, to be fair. I don't feel like that massively needs a title as of yet. Now, they can definitely go and rerun that rematch back with the title too. So adds a different caveat to it. If it doesn't have the title, because they can run it back and it'll still feel semi-fresh when they do run it back to do rematches if the title is on the line. Brandon, welcome. Joy, welcome. Naheem, welcome. What's going on? Brandon, thank you for liking the live. JR, Real Sport Corner, Nikki Bell returns to Saturday night's main event. Paige and Brie drop the titles. Yeah, maybe. That's a very strong shout, to be fair. I'm pretty sure she released an Instagram story with her being back in the ring too, which is great stuff. Guys, there's 40 people in this live stream. Guys, if you can all go and drop us a follow, it genuinely would mean, the absolute world. You get an instant follow back. Drop us a follow, you get an instant follow back. Jay Uso, ooh, I'm not reading that one out. So I don't know if that's true, though, mate. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, Cody constantly getting opportunities. When he loses it, to get him pathetic. Now it's like FIFA a little bit, maybe. I get it to some extent. LG, thank you for the follow. There's your follow back. A massive, massive thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Right, what else we got here? Carl, thank you for liking the live. I do appreciate it. Josh, thank you for liking the live as well. But yeah, look at that card. That card for Raw is looking absolutely stacked tonight. Apparently, it's TMC reported. Oh, that's not great. Hopefully, it's okay, though. Hopefully, for Jay's sake and everyone else involved, it was just nice, simple, straightforward, and not complicated. LA Knight will never get a world title. Jack, I can see it, to be fair, and that's nothing against LA Knight. I just feel like his whole momentum's gone a little bit now. And during the times of where, I don't know, LA Knight felt the biggest star that he's felt at WWE, and he still didn't put the belt on him. For me, that's very telling. Very telling. Jerome, what's going on? DJ AF, what's going on? Michael, what's popping? How are we doing? Josh, thank you for liking live, mate. A massive thank you. Reckon Punk return tonight? I do indeed, mate. I'm really looking forward to it. Again, I'm not just stripped out and CM Punk merch for the lols, mate. But yeah, I'm proper looking forward to it. If you get CM Punk and Cody, happy days. If Cody retains, though, tonight, we don't see anything or Punk coming out, nah, keep the belt on Sammy for me. What else we got here? That is sad about Jey Uso. That's a massive shame. Hopefully everybody, like I said, is okay. To be honest, I would rather AJ Lee returns. Yeah, Jack, to be fair. If Punk doesn't come out, then yeah, definitely. Only just noticed the top two. Yes, right, Sean, here we go. Here we go, mate. Look at this for an absolute bad boy. An absolute ripper of a shirt. Look at that. Absolute belter. Absolutely love it. Love this shirt. Do you do reaction vids? I do, TJ. We'll be uploading all of our Raw reactions tomorrow, as well as going live for our Raw review tomorrow as well. So if you want more wrestling content, guys, go and drop us a follow. We'll be doing everything throughout Raw tomorrow, covering all the talking points, doing all our reaction videos whilst watching the show live too. So it'd be great. Appreciate it. Beth, a massive thank you for the lovely words. Thank you. What happened to Charlotte? Jack, she's in a tag team at the moment currently with Alexa Bliss. Guys, keep on tapping on screen. If you get to 10k likes here, happy days. Keep on tapping that screen. Can't believe no Sheamus IC title run. It's mad, isn't it? Absolutely mad. Sheamus just left WWE without a title, IC title run. It's insane. Have you seen what's happened to Chelsea Green? No, I haven't. Right, what else we got here? I'm not a fan of Punk, but he should be facing Cody at SummerSlam. Yeah, Callum, for me, it's feeling a bit of a no-brainer. What was my favourite Sami Zayn match? Probably the tag title match at WrestleMania 39. Yeah, the tag title match at WrestleMania 39, or Elimination Chamber match against Roman. Oh my God, he had me right here. He had me in the palm of his hand throughout both of them matches. I absolutely love both of them. So I probably would say one of them to absolute rippers. So good. Sami Zayn's so underrated in the ring too. Send you a picture of his signature. Thank you. You and I'll check that out maybe once this live stream is done. Belter, thank you for liking live. JJ, thank you for liking the live too. What else we got here? Hind Station, how are we doing? Sean, thank you for liking live. We're nearly at that 10k goal. If you're new around here, drop so you get instant follow back as well. Literally, it's as simple as that. Drop some follow, get instant follow back. They're the rest of the videos every single day. Thomas, how are we doing? Right, what else we got here? Can you see KO coming back just for a retirement tour? Yes, if he's going to retire, he will come back, definitely. Kevin Owens seems the type of guy to come back, do the retirement tour, and then just finish off then. But hopefully we don't have that anytime soon, because that means Kevin Owens is in the ring for longer. Bethan, thank you for liking live. I do appreciate it. Sam vs Kevin Owens at Battleground was amazing. Yes, I do remember that match. What a belter that was. Sacha Banks needs to return. I think she's pretty much tied down with AEW now. Hot take, Sami Zayn is better than Seth Rollins. I don't think you're completely out the realms there for me. I don't mind Seth Rollins, I do enjoy him, but I really like Sami Zayn too. Oh, that's a good little comparison there. I wouldn't say that's a massive hot take. I think you could definitely have a debate about that. I'm probably more 60-40 Seth, but there's still a debate to be had. What story first got me hyped about WWE? The Wyatt family versus the Shield. That was when I was like old enough to understand on a week to week the stories that they were telling, and to invest fully. So yeah, probably will go the Wyatt family versus the Shield, and he put on bangers, and it was like literally the start of my entire era. Right, what else have we got here? That was a good one. Yeah, mate, it was such a sick feud. John's why I don't think it's sad that Roman and Seth might have their last match at SummerSlam. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it is their last match. I think they'll probably have one more. Not gonna lie. Did you watch WWE in 09? No, the first time I actually fully like engaged in WWE as a product was in 2010. Well, SmackDown vs Raw 2011. The actual game on a PS3 was my first ever introduction to wrestling. And then from then, I was watching the YouTube clips from time to time, and then obviously playing. Like I played that game religiously, and then started collecting the figures when I was like a young kid. And then from then, here we are. Cody is going to win tonight again. I do think that is the case. CM Punk vs. Rey Mysterio was my first feud. That's a sick feud to get into. Luke, welcome, mate. How are we doing? Guys, if you're new around here, drop us a follow. Go over to Instagram. Go and drop us a follow on Instagram as well. We're trying to get to 1K followers on Instagram. Go over there. Go and drop us a follow. It'd be greatly appreciated. Again, a massive thank you all for tuning in. The support has been phenomenal. W's in the chat. A massive thank you. W's in the chat. The support on this live stream has been nothing short of exceptional. Again, we're going to be covering everything that happened on Raw tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, go and drop us a follow. I'll drop you guys all a follow once this live stream is done as well. Kiko, thank you for the follow. I'll give you a follow back straight away, just like so. A massive thank you, my friend. But on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the night. Go and watch some Spain and Portugal, because I've missed the first like 20 minutes, but I wouldn't change for the world. Will not change for the world. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, drop a follow.